All right, good evening, everybody. Good Sunday evening. I'm First Alert Meteorologist Andy Chillian in the Weather Center, and just want to update you on what's going on outside. We do have a severe thunderstorm watch that has been issued for parts of our region, but really a lot of Northeast Ohio until 11 p.m. And so that is currently in the shaded area. We've had some storms currently moving through. We saw this rolling off of Lake Erie a bit earlier as some showers. Those moved through downtown Cleveland really right as the Guardians game was wrapping up. Good win by the Guardians, by the way. But overall, we are seeing this activity pushing south into a more favorable environment for some severe thunderstorms, and that's why this watch is in effect. So just looking out for that potential as we do head over the next few hours. And I do want to update you on what's going on with the radar right now. As you can actually see, the severe thunderstorms generally pushing just outside of our area. And so right now in the immediate 19 News viewing area, we don't have any warnings in effect. However, we are looking at a severe thunderstorm warning with this tail end of storms that's currently moving through Trumbull County. So that's in effect until 5:45. Maybe you know people who are in Trumbull. This is part of a line of some pretty intense storms that is basically just to the east of our viewing area, especially in western parts of Pennsylvania. And this certainly isn't out of the ordinary, but you can see here several warnings lined up into Pennsylvania right now. So our concern or our watch is going to be if anything can develop back to the west here. And so that's why that watch is in effect. Right now, not looking too bad over the immediate area. That warning will go into effect over the next just a few minutes or so as it pushes out of our viewing area. We did see, though, some pretty strong storms move a little bit earlier across parts of Geauga and Portage counties. That has moved out. It has dropped our temperatures significantly. Once we get these storms moving through, we're going to start to lose the energy for any additional storms to develop. We'll watch this storm that's been forming now down towards Canton. Just had that move through. Not severe warned as of right now, but still a couple cells are in parts of Stark County, moving off to the south and east. And again, going to watch some of these cloud fields to see if they can produce any type of thunderstorms here across some of our southern counties as this front does move through. Right now, there's nothing. But either way, just something that we'll be watching for you very closely. So hopefully you've been able to go outside and enjoy the day today. This was officially our first 80-degree day of the year in Cleveland. Hopkins was at 80 degrees earlier. Now we are seeing Hopkins still at 77. I'm betting that temperature, though, coming down a bit. Look at downtown, though. Temperature only at 58 degrees. So it is definitely cooled off after that shower has moved through. You can see the west wind's not quite as strong downtown anymore, but at Hopkins, still a pretty stiff wind. That wind is going to shift now to the northwest behind that front that's moving through, and then tomorrow we've got a lake breeze in effect. But again, right now, just updating you on what's going on. Severe thunderstorm watch in effect for the shaded areas until 11 p.m. This may end up getting, trimmed early if things wrap up. That is, of course, several hours away. But the primary threats from storms are going to be some damaging wind gusts, some very heavy torrential rain, large hail, and of course, any outdoor activities you're probably enjoying the day today are going to see some lightning as well. So when thunder roars, go indoors. That's what we always tell you. So that's what we are looking at as of right now. I want to show you, well, let's go to our current temperature map. Notice we're still 80 in a few areas like Elyria. We're actually missing the storms there. So most of the storms, as expected, look to stay along south and east of I-71. So we still have not had a cool down and still have more unstable air in areas like New Philadelphia, a lot of Tuscarawas, Carroll counties, and that is where a level 3 risk out of 5 is still in effect for severe thunderstorms. So while there's nothing right now, we don't want to let our guard down and see if anything does develop here within the next few hours, and that's why we have the watch in effect until 11. But just going back to radar right now, most of this activity, really all of it, is just outside of our immediate viewing area. But if you have friends or family in Warren and Youngstown, they're getting a pretty hefty thunderstorm right now on the tail end of a pretty hefty squall line that is currently moving through parts of northern Pennsylvania as of right now. So not much going on in the immediate 19 News viewing area. Current wind speeds right now, though, still pretty strong out there, but we'll continue to watch out for you over the next few hours. So overall, as we do see things beginning to not really intensify as of right now. The tornado threat is pretty low, honestly, for this evening. So overall, I don't want to completely rule one out, but our main threats from these storms are going to be some damaging wind gusts and some large hail as well. Let me bring up that just as of right now. As we talked about early this morning, we saw the potential for some heavy rain, perhaps some local high water, damaging wind gusts, a threat for some hail that could be up to 2 inches in size, so that's going to be a little bit larger than golf ball size, and then just a low chance for a tornado as well. So overall, that's what we're looking at. Stay safe out there. Hopefully you've enjoyed the day. Hopefully you enjoyed our first 80-degree day. Obviously there'll be many more of those to come, but not necessarily in the immediate future. We are looking at a chill down coming, and of course we will break down all the details tonight. Our 6 o'clock news, of course, our early evening news is preempted due to the Masters, which is on, but you can join us at 10 o'clock on WUAB CW43, as well as you can join us on 19 News at 11 o'clock, or we may go on a little bit later, just depending on when the Masters concludes. So see you then. We'll break it all down for you, but for right now, we're just going to sign off and hope you stay safe for the rest of the evening.